Welcome to class. This is Unit 6, Day 3 classwork. So question 19. In problem 6.1, you determine that the triangles at the right are congruent. Question A, which triangle congruence conjecture shows that these triangles are congruent? Okay. So we've got information on all the sides. We have nothing on angles, so we're going to use side, side, side congruency. Make a flowchart showing your argument that these triangles are congruent. So let's start with the blue sides. We've got AB is 6 and DF is 6. So AB over DF. If we divide 6 divided by 6, we're going to get 1. So there my slope ratio is 1. Now looking at the orange ones, we've got BC and ED. So BC over ED, 4.5 divided by 4.5 is also going to equal 1. And lastly, we have the yellow ones. So it'll be 7.5 divided by 7.5. Otherwise, I can write it as AC over EF. And that side ratio is also going to be 1. Next thing we have to come up is the reasonings. How do I know that AB is 6? And how do I know that DF is 6? Well, that's given to us. And that's true for all of these. They're all given. So the next thing I can do is I can label the triangles as congruent. So I'm going to start with triangle ABC, which if I look at my colors, that would be blue, orange, yellow. So then I've got to keep with that blue, orange, yellow color scheme. And so it will be triangle what? Blue, orange, yellow, FDE. And how do I know this? Well, we've got my reasoning from question A. It's going to be side, side, side congruency. Question C, how is a flowchart showing congruent different than a flowchart showing similarity? List every difference you can find. So as you can see what I wrote there are no differences other than your final conclusion. So my final conclusion just says the triangles are congruent instead of saying they're similar. Otherwise, it's the exact same steps, the exact same process. Everything is the same. Question 20, in Don's congruence flowchart for problem 19, one of the ovals said AB over FD equals 1, just like what we had. In Phil's flowchart, one of the ovals said AB equals FD. Discuss with your team whether these ovals say the same thing. Can equality statements like Phil's always be used in congruent flowcharts? In fact, yeah, I actually like Phil's better than the one we made. Now that we're working on congruency and we know side, side, side means that the sides, as long as the sides are congruent to each other, we have triangle congruency. So this statement is actually a little bit better. Remember yesterday we talked about the slope ratio has to be 1 or the sides have to be equal to each other. So either or. So those are both correct answers. So what I wrote for this one is yes, the slope ratio has to be equal to 1 or the sides have to be equal. We talked about that yesterday. And the reason for this is because when sides are equal, the slope ratio will always be 1. So as long as the sides are equal, we automatically know the slope ratio will be 1. All right, and go ahead and start the next video for question 21.